Now all around the world is suffering from COVID-19. It makes people more considerate about how to survive such a hard time. There is news talk about the animal takes over the city, running around because people are staying at home to quarantine. When people give back the word to the nature, nature's ability to repair is far beyond our imagination. Maybe human beings are the one really should be worried about. How do we live with the nature? How do we live with our climate? Can our child to see the same beautiful creature like us in our childhood? Now the public is more and more talk about sustainable development. Why it is important? There are many definitions of sustainable development. Most commonly quoted is from the Brundtland Report. Sustainable development is development that meets the needs of the person without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. This kind of development form is seeking a balance between economic development and nature. Climate change is heavier than before. The rise of sea level, the warmer temperature, the increasing of drought. According to a new study, by 2050, sea level rise will have 3 times as much impact on humans as previously predicted, which could almost wrap up some of the world's most important coastal cities. Everyone knows the economy base determines the superstructure. It is very difficult to ensure both developing the economy and protecting the environment at the same time. In 2019, Sydney suffered a heavy bushfire for several months. The heavy bushfire made Sydney enveloped under the dust. The air quality in Sydney has deteriorated to above the dangerous level. Australia Bureau of Technology Office warned that climate change will cause increasing of extreme high temperature events and exacerbate the survival of other natural disasters, for example, like drought. In China, there were used to be 4 big sandy lands, which are Horiting sandy land, Ordos Desert, Hushan-Dake sandy land, and Hulunbuir sandy land. These 4 sandy lands have already recovered into oases. The Ordos Desert is the latest achieved oasis. It cost generations of people's hard work. However, the Ordos Desert is not naturally formed. None has it been desert since ancient times. Thousands of years ago, Ordos Desert was also green and had flocks of cattle and sheep. However, with the gradual expansion of human activities, unstrengthened land reclamation and wars, the local ecology was gradually destroyed. After thousands of years of evolution and the change of climate, since the Tang Dynasty, the Ordos Desert area has gradually become desertification and has gradually become a vast desert. At the beginning, the forest coverage rate in Ordos Desert was only 0.9%. In 2000, the vegetation coverage of it was only 9.9%, and the ecology environment was still poor. Through the development of a series of sand control projects, in 2018, the maximum wind speed in the region was significantly reduced. On April 22, 2020, the Shanxi Province Bureau of Meteorology Office announced that the desertification land management rate in Ordos Desert has reached 93.24%, achieving a regional desertification reversal. Singapore gave another good example of sustainable development. Water supply is becoming an increasingly serious problem all around the world. Singapore is a country with few natural water resources, but it can be completely self-sufficient, providing water to its population of more than 5 million people. 50% of Singapore's current water supply comes from Malaysia, and the contract between the two countries will expire in 2061. By then, Singapore will be completely self-sufficient. Singapore has achieved great success in water sustainable development. It was rewarded the 2007 Stockholm Water Industrial Award based on the three components. First of all, rainwater collection. There are 17 water turns in the city to collect runoff from rainwater. This will supply 20% of the water needed by the city. Second, the desalination of the seawater. There will be 4 factories desalination of seawater in 2020. Once they are fully used, 30% of the water will be provided. Third, wastewater reuse and recovery. Singapore now has 5 new water factories that convert wastewater into drinking water. This should be provide 50% of the city's water use. These two countries have shown Australia and Sydney how to deal with increasing desertification and water shortage. The most efficient way is learning this new science and technology. Use this science and technology to update the form of urbanization and industrialization.